Alright, so now we come to bioelectric energy. Earlier on, I've already mentioned about each cell being a tiny battery. Right? So the living cell is between, the healthy cell is about 80, 90. But 70 is okay. Right? But the half-dead cell is about 40. Right? Very low. Cancer cells, probably around 30 millivolts. So low battery charge equals disease, may also equals cancer. So this charge is necessary for cells to live and to maintain its many metabolic activities, including membrane function. The membrane has many functions because it's the gateway, right? For nutrients and many other things to get in, and also for waste to go out. And if the cell is the one that manufactures hormones and other enzymes or proteins, then this also have to go out. So the gateway is very important. Absorption of nutrients and oxygen, energy production, discharge of waste, defense against virus, bacteria, free radicals and chemicals, all depend on the having intact, healthy cell membrane with the correct membrane potential charge. Okay? And also for the cells to divide. Right? All our cells are dividing and some, so that they can replace the ones that die off. Okay? By every 1 year, in terms of the cells, you're already a totally new person. Right? 1 year ago, very few of the cells that were there are still here. Okay? You know that, right? Okay? Now, just to tickle your mind a bit, if we are always generating new cells, which replace the old cells that die, how come we are not getting younger? We're getting older instead of younger. Okay, I wake up tomorrow morning, my cells are new cells. Right? Okay? But the new cell is older than yesterday. How come? Now, have you ever thought of that? People know, when you sleep also your top layer of skin die off. That's why all the bed bugs and all the kutu all have their dinner. Yeah, they eat your dead skin. Okay, because you're being replaced by new skin. Yeah, but the new skin is older than before. Right? When we talk about anti-aging, I'll tell you. Today I have to concentrate on this. Okay. So this gradient, range 70 to 90 millivolt, average 80 millivolt, is maintained mainly through the charges of the sodium potassium ions. Okay, that exists at different concentrations inside, outside the cells, and as mentioned earlier on, important for many functions. When the voltage drops below 70 millivolt, metabolism is slowed and inhibited, causing the cell to become unhealthy and unable to cope with its usual functions. Cancer cells are known to have only 20 to 30 millivolts of charge, causing greatly reduced conductivity, affecting normal metabolism and causing cells to behave abnormally. However, fever and inflammation could temporarily cause a raise in the voltage to above 90 millivolts. Okay? So now we know of a way on how to help the cells maintain this healthy electric potential in its membrane. Okay, so using the electric field therapy, also called pulse electrostatic therapy, electric potential therapy, we use very high voltages up to minus 9,000 volts, but very low current. You have a high voltage, high current, you die. Okay? High voltage but very low current. 5 years ago I was in Beijing testing another type of therapy. Low voltage, high current. Low voltage, high current. You actually buzz. Really, you see stars. Right. This one you hardly feel anything, because it's very low current. Okay, and we use only our domestic AC supply. So this high negative voltage creates powerful electric potential and electric fields which diminishes exponentially away from the source. Meaning, when you sit down, right, then you get benefit most. Then the further away you are, then the impact is less and less. Okay, and most important also, since we're talking about electric current, electric voltage, that it must be safe. All right, and E-Life is certified safe in Europe and USA, as far as I know. So what does electric field therapy do? First, on the cells. Alright, this is revision of what we know earlier on, but in more detail. So maintains healthy cell membrane potential. So when that happens, then the cells can do what it's supposed to do perfectly. Every cell needs oxygen, right, to live and to survive, to do its work. So now we're talking about the cells, so they can take as much oxygen that they should be able to take. Then they can take as much nutrient as possible. Alright? When the cells take nutrient, then we call this assimilation. Alright? You all are familiar with this term. You are what you eat. Yes. Alright. It's only 1/5 correct. Yeah? Sometimes what you eat come in here, go out here. You benefit nothing. Right? Okay? Because you are what you eat, digest, absorb, okay, assimilate. That means, so whatever nutrient, the food you eat must be digested and then must be absorbed. Right? Absorbed, then just to go to the blood system. Right? But until it gets into the cell, it's still no use. Assimilated. But even after getting into the cell, assimilated to the cell, it's still no use if the cell cannot use it. Alright? Because even a nutrient in the cell function is very complicated. The nutrient is only one of many things the cell needs to do its work. Right? It needs enzymes, coenzymes, mineral, co-nutrients and hormonal signals, macam-macam. Okay? So you are what you eat is the simplest saying, but it's only 1/5 correct. Alright? It is only, whatever you eat is only useful to you when finally the cell can use what you eat. Example, just to illustrate how important if you understand this. You know, puasa man, the Muslim first day puasa are very letih. Right now, half day, 3 PM already dah mengantuk nak tidur. Buka puasa time, just 1 glass of syrup also recharge. True or not? Betul? Yeah, because when you puasa, your sugar level goes down. You're tired. Low sugar, no energy. You're tired. 1 glass of syrup, better still syrup bandung. Then the glucose goes up. You are energized. Correct? Yes. Then how come those people with diabetes whose sugar level is 3-4 times your level, they are not 3 or 4 times more energetic? Instead, they are 3 or 4 times more sick. True or not? Yes. Okay? You know what's the problem with them? What they eat. Yeah. Okay? They digest. Right? They absorb. True or not? Otherwise the sugar will not go up. But it stops there. The sugar is not assimilated into the cell. It remains high in the blood. Does not get into the cell. You understand that? Yes. And that applies to every nutrient that you eat. Okay, and all of them require hormones, cofactors, coenzymes, macam. Okay. Now, alright, then this healthy cell membrane potential allows waste and toxin disposal, improves ionic transfer, improves energy production, So many of the cell functions will be improved when all these things happen. Okay? Improves cells division and improves protection against invaders. So that applies to all cells. Okay? Schematically, this is what happens. Okay? So you have the cell, then you have the membrane potential, alright, the charges. Alright, so this is the healthy level. Okay, in fact, more than 90 different substances. This is just illustrative, but especially oxygen. Okay, so when you're able to maintain this, then energy production is proper, because you can see 50% of the energy produced is used up in the cell membrane. How important is the function of the cell membrane? So how important it is, therefore, to maintain it in a healthy, right, potential, healthy charge. So once you do that, so with EFT, you can restore this membrane potential. If it's weak, then you can allow proper function. Pores are when the products or the nutrients or the chemicals go in and out. Alright? Oxygen and nutrients can be brought in easily and waste can come out. What is the effect on the blood and the red blood cells and the blood vessels? Right? So having this EFT applied also helps normalizes the pH of the blood. Right? When you talk about pH, you must always remember the pH of the blood is very, very strictly controlled by your body, because it's very essential for survival. Right? When people say you have acidic blood, right? It is just an impression, meaning it is not correct if you go actually check the person's blood. If I check every one of your blood today, every one of you, maybe more than 100 people here, all your blood pH will be within this range. And that is not acidic. Right? Even the one who has just had an acidic meal. Okay? So that blood level, pH level, is slightly alkaline. And that is the normal healthy level. The moment you start deviating from this, then the body will quickly restore it to this. But how does it restore? In your body there are spare acid and alkaline, we call buffers. Alright? So it is these buffers, right, that are used up, and therefore the cells and the tissues and the organs are the ones that suffer. When you check the blood, normal. Right? But the rest outside the blood system usually become more acidic, because usually the problem is the tendency to become acidic.